under the faithful direction of Larry Line and assisted by Nathan Hessen. The band is led onto the field by twirler Heather Huffman and senior band captain Katie Zeider. Bandsman of the Week is chosen by the senior class for their hard work and dedication, and this week's selection is
Welcome to Liberty Center Tiger Stadium for tonight's matchup between the visiting Locomotives of Montpelier High School and the home Liberty Center Tigers. The Locos won the toss and will receive from the west end zone. The Tigers will be kicking out of the east. Jurassics to kick for the Tigers. Montpelier picks up about the 35 and brought out to the 40. The Tigers will start on defense. Starting on the line, nose guard, number 60, Nick Miller. The tackles, Brian Perry and Josh Bush. The ends, Greg Vorwerk and Derek Ziegler. Linebackers, Kenzie Kern, Chris Baum and Andy Silvis. And in the backfield, Casey Moore, Jesse Smith, Seth Eggerson and Ryan Zeiter. Kenzie Kern with an interception of the first pass by quarterback Adam Luke. And the Tigers will take over on offense. Offensive starters for the Tigers. The ends, Andy Silvis and Casey Muller. At tackle, number 60, Nick Miller. And number 59, Greg Vorwerk. Cordes was the ball carrier. A gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7. Finishing out the starting lineups, guards Chad Beeman and Jason Fry. Center Charlie Kruger. Fullback Matt Cordes. Halfback Sam Smith. Lance Kern at the wingback and Joe Drossix at quarterback. Drossix hands off to Cordes. And was seen. Drossix under center. Drossix on a keeper around the left side. And a gain of looks like about 2.5. It should be good for the first down. That is the first down for the Tigers. The ball is on the 12-yard line. Drossix is under center again. Pitched out to Cordes. Cordes driving hard and brought down at about the 4-yard line. A gain of 8 on the play. Tackled by number 22, Kenyon Treakin and Adam Luke. Second down and 2 for the Tigers. Ball lays on the Montpelier 4-yard line. Drossix pitch to Cordes. Cordes is in, but we have a flag down. Holding against the Tigers. That'll be a big penalty for Liberty. Move it back 10 yards. That'll make it second down and 12. Ball's on the 14. Second down and 12. 9:30 to go here in the first quarter. Jurassic hands off to Kern. Kern got about 2 out of it and was tackled by Adam Luke. They'll bring up third down and 9 for the Tigers. The ball is on the Montpelier 12-yard line. Drossix takes the snap, hands off to Sam Smith. Smith got about 6 out of it and was tackled by Trent Thomas of Montpelier. Ball is on the Montpelier 10-yard line. Jurasic's back to pass. And number 40 for Montpelier, Mark Oliphant, was defending on the play. And the Tigers defense will take over. The defensive effort for the Tigers last week limited Tenora's rushing to -4 yards. Hopefully they can have the same effort here again this week. First down and 10 for the Locals. Ball is on their own 10-yard line. Number 7, Travis Richmond was the ball carrier. And was tackled by Casey Moeller. A gain of 8 on the play, bringing up second down and 2. Luke under center. Hands off to number 22, Kenyon Treakin. And he was brought down by Nick Miller. No gain on the play, bringing up third down and 2. The ball is on the Montpelier 18-yard line. Luke under center for the Locos. Bad handoff to number 7, Travis Richmond. And a whole host of Tigers meet Richmond out there at about the 18. And the tackle was credited to Andy Silvas. But I'm sure he had a whole lot of help. Back to punt for the Locos, Corey Sipe. Deep for the Tigers is Sam Smith. The kick's away. Smith fair catches it at the 47-yard line. Tigers come up to the ball, first down and 10. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Jurasic's is under center for the Tigers. Fakes a handoff to Smith. I'm not sure who the ball carrier was. Matt Cordes lays at the bottom of the pile with the ball. Gain of about 4. Jurasic's hands off to Smith. Smith sees a seam. And Corey Sipe made the tackle for the Locos. No gain on the play. They'll bring up third down and 7 for the Tigers. 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Ball resides on the 48-yard line. Jurasic's ready to take the snap. Jurasic's keeps it. On a quarterback keeper, we got flags down. Jurasic's made the first down, but we have a yellow flag down about the 48-yard line. Randy Luke made the tackle for the Locomotives. And let's see what the penalty was about. Illegal block by the Tigers. That'll bring it way back. The ball is now on the Tigers' own 48-yard line. And now bring up third down and 16 for Liberty. This is most likely a passing situation. Look for Jurasic's to throw to Silvas. No, I was wrong. He hands off to Smith. Smith breaks one. He's going down the other sideline and pushed out of bounds by number 88, Corey Sipe. by number 88, Corey Sipe. It was a fake reverse, and some of the locals bid on it, but fortunately for the locals, Sipe did not and was able to make the play. That'll bring up first down and 10 for the Tigers. The ball is on the locals' 28-yard line. Trosic's on a pitch to Cordes. Cordes looks to get about 9 out of it. And that'll bring up second down and 1. Oliphant on that last tackle for the Locos. Trosic's hands off to Smith, who looks to get about little to no gain out of the play. That'll make it third down and 3. Evidently the officials thought he lost some yardage. Tigers come up to the ball. Third down and 3. They fake a sweep. Lance Kern was the ball carrier for the Tigers. Tackled by John Summer. Gain of 2 on the play. It's 4th and inches for the Tigers. Mike, what do you think the strategy is here for Liberty?
Not really sure. When I look at strategy, it just seems like they do this and they do that, and I just watch where they go. Hence the limit of my sports knowledge. Oh, that's offsides.
Yeah, we have offsides on the Locos, and that'll bring up first down and 10 for the Tigers. Tigers come up to the ball, first down and 10 on the 13-yard line. Charosic's on a keeper. He's back to pass. And he just overshoots Casey Moeller in the back of the end zone. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Matt Cordes, the ball carrier, and tackled by a whole host of Locos. But third down and 8 for the Tigers. The ball is on the local 11-yard line with 1:20 to play here in the first period. Jurasics pitches to Cordes. Cordes clawing and scratching for every yard. He picks up a fourth down and 4 for the Tigers. The ball resides on the local 7-yard line. Jurasics takes a snap, fakes a pitch, rolls left, and he hits Casey Moeller in the back of the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. With 29 seconds left in the first period, the Tigers 6, Loco 0.
Dan.
In the back of the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
And I got to say, number 50 out there, Jason Fry, those of you that caught it, run that thing back and watch that block. If it wasn't for the block of Jason Fry, there wouldn't have been 6 points on that board.
You're probably right. The Tigers come up with that muddle huddle offense to confuse teams. They change it again. Jurasics passes, batted away.
Randy
by Randy Luke. That's something that Coach Wingert has become famous for over the years, is those trick plays. So the score stands Liberty Center 6 and Montpelier 0.
Funding for this program on NC Channel 5, Napoleon Community Television, is brought to you tonight by the Liberty Center Athletic Boosters. If you or your organization is interested in helping fund this program, contact Mr. Bob Chatty at 533-2293. Families like the Rick Miller and family have been kind enough to contribute to tonight's program. So once again, give Bob Chatty a call at 533-2293 and give him a little time because the man is a little swamped here at Tiger Stadium. This is NCTV Channel 5, Napoleon Community Television.
The kicking unit is on the field for the Tigers. Drossix to kick. And Treekin to receive. No. Number 27 brings the ball up for the Locos. And he's brought down on the 32-yard line. Ben Harris was the ball carrier for the Locomotives. Kernan Kruger on the tackles for the Tigers. Jesse Smith was also in there, according to the people up here in the press box. First down and 10 for the Locos. It's a pitch brought down by Silvis and Baum. Richmond was the ball carrier for the Locos, and he got maybe 2 yards out of it. Here we see a picture of our chain gang, which includes senior member Spike Whitman.
One of Liberty Center's greatest fans and probably one of the most vocal fans in the Liberty Center community. Yes, indeed, it's none other than Spike Whitman, the stick man tonight. Jim Wise is also down there as I'm looking at the monitor. And Andy Miller holding the stakes tonight. And Mike Mann there is helping him sight there. That's the one in the yellow shirt, making sure they do the job right. Liberty Center volunteers and community members making it all possible here on NCTV Channel 5. Back to you, Dan.
We're about to start the second quarter here at Tiger Stadium. The Locos have the ball. The score is Liberty Center 6, Montpelier 0. Luke under the center for the Locos, and Treek in motion. Travis Richmond met by the whole Liberty Center defensive line, led by Nick Miller and Brian Perry. Ball is on the 36-yard line, 3rd down and 6 for the Locos. Luke back to pass. Zeiter and Nick Miller are there to meet the Loco receiver, Steve Rao. It'll be 4th down and 1 for the Locos. They're sending in their punting crew. Smith to receive for the Tigers. Sipe to punt. It's a high snap. Sipe pulls it down and kicks it. Smith picks it up about his own 20 and takes off down the opposite sideline. Brought down on the Tiger 27-yard line, and the offense will take over. Let's go down to Lowen Atkinson, who was with Casey Muller's mother, who made the last touchdown. Well, we're back to the action. We're having some technical difficulties. Drossix pitches out to Kenzie Kern. Kern gets about 1 yard for the Tigers, bringing up 2nd down and 9. Tackle by 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Drossix hands off to Kenzie Kern, who gets about a yard or 2 out of the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers on their own 33-yard line. Drossix pitches out to Ryan Zeiter. Zider was met by a whole host of Locos. 4th down and 1 for the Tiger offense. Jurassic's hands off to Kern. And we'll probably have to bring in the sticks and measure. John Summer on the stop for the Locos.
Touchdown for us. Yes, that makes us.
The Tigers picked up a 1st down on the measurement. Andy Silvas on the catch and touchdown for the Tigers. Scoreboard now reads Liberty Center 12, Montpelier 0 with 8:08 to play in the 2nd quarter. Here comes the extra point for the Tigers. Looks like a 2-point conversion attempt. Jurassic holds, passes, and Casey Mullins. Jurassic's to kick for the Tigers. The score reads Liberty Center 12, Montpelier 0. Onside kick by the Tigers. It'll be picked up by Beeman. We have an official timeout on the field. The ball did not go to the required 10 yards, and the Locos will have 1st down and 10 on the Tiger 42. Handed off to Entrekin. Finds a seam and gets about 7 yards out of the play. Stopped by Joel Meyer and Matt Cordes. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Locomotives on the Tiger 37-yard line. It's a quarterback sneak. It looks like we have flags down. We have flags down, but no whistles. And the Locos could possibly have a 1st down.
Once again, if you want to be a sponsor here for our little show tonight, funded by the LC Athletic Boosters, along with the Rick Miller family, watching game tonight with Rhonda, Jesse, and Brittany, all gathered watching big number 60, Nick Miller, tonight here on NCTV Channel 5.
There was illegal procedure against the Locomotives. And they have 2nd down and 10. It's a draw play to Entrekin, brought down by sophomore Jesse Smith. Gain of about 2 to bring up 3rd down and 8. The Locos come up to the ball. 3rd down and 8 on the Tiger 40-yard line. Luke back to pass. Chris Baum picked it off, but couldn't keep a hold of it. And Ryan Zider put a lot of pressure on Adam Luke and almost got a sack for a loss of 10, but he couldn't bring him down. And they couldn't keep a hold of the interception. It'll be 4th down and 8 or the Locomotives. I'm told by the people here in the booth, Cordes was also in on that. Fourth down and 8. The Locos will punt. Sipe kicking. Seth Atkinson will return for the Tigers and brings it up to about the Tiger 30-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 for the home Tigers. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Jurassic's back to pass. He hits Sam Smith, who's looking for a spot to get back on the field, but he's met by a whole host of Montpelier locomotives. Jurassic's hands off to Smith, who runs up Jason Fry's back to get some yardage, and it'll be a Tiger first down. Gain of 6 on the play, second down and 4 for the Tigers on their own 48-yard line.
We don't need the whole rundown.
Fakes a handoff to Smith, hands it up the middle to Matt Cordes. Who you see right now, we're second place at the Henry County Fair and will be in competition throughout the year. Back to the action, we have third down and 1 for the Tigers on the Locomotive 49-yard line. Drossic's on a quick pitch to Smith. Smith sees a seam and brought down by number 8, Adam Luke. First down for the Tigers on the Locomotive 45-yard line. The big reason for the Tiger first downs tonight are the linemen, anchored by senior first team All-NWAL in 95, Nick Miller. Drosk's under center to take the snap. Quick pitch to Sam Smith. Smith has a seam and just couldn't get past Adam Luke, or he would have had a touchdown. The ball is on the local 30-yard line. First down and 10 for the Tigers with 2:50 to play here in the first half. Drossic's hands off to Cordes up the middle. And Cordes gets about 9 or 10 yards out of the play. It could be a first down. In other sports this past week, the volleyball team went down with the hard defeat to Wasion this past Thursday. And will be playing on Tuesday the 10th against the Evergreen Vikings. Then again on Thursday at Napoleon. Drossic's hands off to Kenzie Kern. Off tackle play. And that'll bring up first down and 10. That was second down and 1 on that play. First down and 10 for the Tigers. The ball is on the Locomotive 16-yard line with 1:43 to play. Jurassic, it looked like he got the Locals to jump. He hands off to Kern around the right side. And Kern got about 5 or 6 yards out of the play. Tackled by Corey Sipe.
Speaking of volleyball, Melissa Jakeway, Stephanie Sharp, Kara McLaughlin, Jen Watchman, Jessica Leatherman, Kim Crew, Angie Wittenmeyer, Tina Davis, Jenny Parasini, Joni Endicott, Andrea Chamberlain, and Tara Strouk would like to come out and see the Liberty Center volleyball team. Sorry, Dan, back to the action.
Drosk's was the ball carrier on that last play. gain about 2 yards out of it. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers. The ball is on the Locomotive 9-yard line with 37 seconds to play here in the first half. The Tigers come up to the ball for what is most likely the final play of the first half. Jurassic's on a pitch to Cordes. Cordes is brought down at about the 1.5-yard line. And he was brought down by number 8, Adam Luke. The play was out of bounds, stopping the clock with 16 seconds. It'll be 1st down and goal for the Tigers on the Locomotive 3-yard line. Tigers are coming up to the ball. What play Coach Unger has in mind right here, I'm not sure. Jurassic's hands off to Smith, and he's met by almost the entire Locomotive defense. The Tigers will call a timeout with 11 seconds to play here in the first half. As we return to the action here in Tiger Stadium with 11 seconds to play here before halftime, the score, the Tigers 12, the Locos 0. It's 2nd down and goal for the Tigers on the Locomotive 4-yard line. The Tigers come up to the ball. Jurassic is under center. He takes the snap, pitches out to Cordes. Cordes is in for the Tiger touchdown. Matt Cordes, a 4-yard touchdown run. Making the score, Liberty Center 8, Montpelier 0, with 6 seconds to play here in the first half. It's another weird play, and the Tigers cannot get a 2-point conversion in. So the score remains 18-0 with 6 seconds to play here in the first half. And here's Mike Ham with a few announcements.
Once again, speaking of varsity volleyball, Tina Davis, I understand, is one of their super senior setters, along with leading in defensive digs, Miss Kim Crew. And the entire volleyball team would like to offer a big fat congratulations to junior attendant Tara Strock. And if you got some time coming up this week, put your volleyball down on the calendar. Once again, Tuesday, volleyball will be home with Evergreen, and then again Thursday, the varsity would be traveling to Napoleon. Junior varsity volleyball would be Monday night, 4:30 roll. We're almost too late for that. But then again, Tuesday night, they'll be at Evergreen. And Thursday night, Thursday afternoon, they'll be at Napoleon at 4:15. Check out the volleyball squad. The other teams going on, and we'll bring up some more about cross country later in our program.
The Tigers kickoff team is on the field. Jurassics to kick for the Tigers. Back to receive for the Locomotives are Kenny and Treakin and number 32, Randy Luke. Here's a kick by Jurassics. A roller to Treakin, who brings it up for the Locomotives. He's looking for a seam. He can't find one, and he's brought down by Sam Smith. As we head to the locker room to score, the home Liberty Center Tigers 18, the visiting Locomotives 0.
Silvis, we're going to try to get an interview with her. There's our roving reporter off in the corner of your screen. If you look closely, Lewin Levitt, no, the other corner cameraman. Right, yeah, there you go. Right there. Oh, no, wait a minute. Our roving reporter, Lewin, has found someone else to interview. So who is it we're talking to? And she still refuses to talk into the microphone. You need to talk in.
Okay, we're talking with Patsy Moeller, who is a member of the school board. Patsy, I understand your whole family is involved in football.
Yes, starting with Casey, who is a senior member of the football team, and my husband Tom is a coach who helps with the team, and then of course the brothers and sisters and grandma and grandpas and aunts and uncles all come and watch the game.
And that makes it more fun to sit with all your family.
Oh, it sure does. It makes it more exciting for everyone, and we were so happy to see Casey catch that touchdown to break the ice tonight.
Great. And how about last week when you were one of the senior moms for a new tradition at LC?
Oh, you had to bring that up. We had a lot of fun doing that, and we did it to embarrass our sons, and I think we accomplished our mission, but it was a lot of fun, and we hope that the senior moms will continue with this tradition every year now.
Yeah, it was a great event, and it was broadcast on the new channel, NCTV. Anything else you'd like to bring up that's happening at school?
Well, we're just so proud of our new stadium and our lights and the press box, and we just have so many good things going on at Liberty Center now with our new building, and we have some new staff members, and it's just an exciting start of a new school year for us.
Well, great. We're glad the Tigers are also having a successful time. Thanks for your interview.
Section of Larry Line and assisted by Nathan Hessen.
We're down here under the flagpole, and we're interviewing some of last year's football players. We want to hear what they're up to and how they feel about Tiger football this year.
We got some Nathan Soto's back here, Rob Moeller. I'm sure they'd like to talk. Nate, come up here.
Nathan, hi, tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now.
Well, I just got out of the hospital, but I planned attending Defiance College, and I should be going back there next Monday, so I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're glad you're feeling a lot better and hope you come along okay. What are you planning to study at Defiance?
Sports medicine, and you know, I gotta just get some good grades for this semester and stuff, so you know, I'm just kind of easing it out right now.
Working on those core courses first, right?
Oh yeah.
How does it feel to be back here at Tiger Stadium?
You know, I kind of want to be on the field, but you know, I know it's not my place, so I kind of miss it a lot. But you know, they're looking really nice, and that's really good, I guess.
I'm sure the Tiger team appreciates your support. Who else is here with you?
Oh, we got Rob Moeller right there.
Rob, come on over.
Hey, Rob, how do you feel about the game right now?
I think we look pretty good. Probably score a lot more points here in the second half, too. I think we can wear them down.
Your brother scored a touchdown for us a little while ago.
Yeah, it looked pretty impressive. It's his first one, I guess, this year.
Great. What are you studying at college?
Right now I'm undecided, just taking some core classes.
And you're attending Defiance?
Yeah.
Okay. Who else is here?
In the second half, we'll take a moment to give some credit where credit is.
I'd like to take this time to show the fans of Liberty Center our new renovations at the football stadium. My name's Bob Shetty. I'm the Liberty Center Booster President, and I would like to take some time to thank some certain individuals and businesses that I think are mainly responsible for this. Without their help, I don't think this could have been pulled off. First thing you see behind me is a brand new press box. It's got roughly about 4,000 block in it. A lot of people, money, labor, just the whole project came together with donations of all sorts. We added here in the center of the bleachers, we added 8 new rows, and on each end we added 3 rows apiece to the top. The rest of the stadium we added brand new lighting to our field. The lighting is 40 kilowatt power lights. It's roughly around 6 to 7, maybe even 8 times greater lighting that we had on our old field. The goal post, we extended our uprights on our goal post. They are now 20 feet high instead of 10 feet high. We also have a renovated scoreboard. The scoreboard's only about 5-6 years old, but Pepsi come in and redone it for us. It looks like a brand new one now. We also added a brand new crow's nest on the visitor side for the opposing coaches. We like to think that it's one of the nicest in the league, and hopefully along with the rest of the facilities it suits them. Then to the west side of the stadium, we have a brand new flagpole and flag that was donated for us that we have put up. As you can see that now, it's a 20 by 30 flag, and the pole itself is polished aluminum that is 80 foot high. Okay, here in the back of the press box we have a Stadium Club members sign that we're thanking everybody that participated on this project. Everyone that's on this sign in some way either give money, materials, labor, or equipment. Without all these people on this sign, this project couldn't have been pulled off. But I also have some people, special people I have to thank, because without these people, no matter how much we got from everybody else, I don't think this could have been pulled off first person I'd like to thank is Jeff Spangler and Holgate Metal Fab. Jeff has been right here with me the whole project, and I really leaned on Jeff more than anybody else, and he has really helped me through this whole project. Thanks, Jeff. Second one I would like to thank is Norm Zider in Swanton Welding. Norm has put quite a bit of work into this project also, just not this year, but in past years when we've asked him to do stuff, and we've really appreciated Norm's help. Third one is John Swearingen from Bartels Electric. John came in and did all of our underground on the lights and did all of my electrical work on the press box. Without his help, a lot of things couldn't have been done. Thanks, John. Fourth one is Tom Mitchell from Mitchell Farm Equipment. Tom donated quite a bit of his equipment to move block around every time we needed block to be moved up or down or concrete. He was here to do that. The fifth one I'd like to thank is Terry Huffman and Huffman Concrete. He did all the concrete work for us, both on the bleacher work and the press box. And he had all of his men over here, and they did an outstanding job also. The fifth people I guess I'm going to call them is Larry Sattler, Bill Sattler, Steve Sattler, John Brink, and Mike Miller. They were the people mostly responsible for laying all the block. They laid all the block for us, and without those 5 individuals, this project on the press box couldn't have been done. I want to really thank them. They spent over 2 months here at the school every single night and every single weekend, and I really wanted to hand that to them. They took this project on from the get-go, and they were extremely hard workers. And the last people I would want to thank is the football players on the Liberty Center football high school team, freshmen through seniors. We had, at the beginning of the project, we had problems with getting people here to help the block layers carry block for vacations, and there were softball, baseball games, and the football players, I went to the seniors, and they really picked it up for us, and without their help in the first 3 weeks of this project, we would have really been hurting. And plus everybody else that's been here day in and day out, I want to thank them. Without everybody's hard work and dedication to this project, something like this couldn't be done. And I think from Liberty Center standpoint, we're one of the few communities that can pull off a project this large. And I want to thank everyone. And I also want to thank TV5 for giving us the opportunity to put our football players and coaches and fans on every Monday night. Thank you very much. From the front of the press box now, you can see we have 3 stories. The 2 stories that you see, the bottom level is mostly for press, radio stations, and the top floor is for our scorekeepers and cameras and coaches. All the orange railing that you see on the stadium itself along the bleachers was work that Swant Welding, Norm Zider, has done over the years and this year. Taking a shot down here to the west end, 2 years ago we built a brand new concession stand down here for the athletic boosters. That was all donated through local merchants and donations of labor and material also. And we're back to taking another shot of the flag. One more shot of that, and that was also donated again this year. And I want to thank everyone that's contributed on this, and hopefully we'll get the same response when we get ready to put in our spring sports complex, and hopefully we'll be able to get started on that here very shortly. I'll be letting people know about that. Thank you very much.
Enough for Montpelier, Sam Smith. And who else is that over there? Oh, of course, that's my old pal Ryan Zider back there receiving for the Tigers. Over to you, Dan.
underway here in the second half at Tiger Stadium. Zider the carrier. Zider's breaking one. He may go. And he brings it out to the 46, maybe 47-yard line. First down and 10 for the Tigers on their own 45-yard line. Drosik's hands off to Matt Cordes, who breaks up the middle. And he's still going. And he's brought down at the 27-yard line by, I believe, Kenny and Treakin and Mark Oliphant. Drosik's is bringing in the play.
Okay, we got 1st and 10 on Montpelier's 28-yard line. Drosik's over to Smith. Gain of about 4 yards. Making it now 2nd and 3.
The Tigers have come out and look a lot stronger here on offense to start the second half, Mike.
Surprising, too, Dan, was with the humidity tonight. I'm surprised they haven't taken more breaks than they have, because it is warm up here in the press box. Smith. The ball's down, and I'm afraid Montpelier picks it up. And the refs are saying, no, let's make sure of that, but it's pretty obvious from here, I'm afraid. The Locos get the ball for a while.
The defensive line for the Tigers, Nick Miller, Brian Perry, and Josh Bush. Miller and Perry were second team all-district last year on defense and are anchoring the team strongly. Richmond, the ball carrier, we have flags down. Tackled by Kern was Travis Richmond. He gained about 5 yards out of it, but we have flags down. Well, let's see what the officials say. Penalty against the Locos for 5 yards, excuse me. It'll bring up 1st down and 15. Rounding out the defense ends Greg Vorwerk and Derek Ziegler. The linebacking core, who were all honorable mention NWAL last year, Kenzie Kern, Chris Bauman, and Andy Silvis. The defensive backs, led by senior Casey Moeller, are Jesse Smith, Seth Atkinson, and Ryan Zider. Richmond, the ball carrier, on a draw play, gets about 4 yards out of it. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Locomotives. The ball resides on their own 19-yard line with 9:53 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Richmond, the ball carrier, brought down by Silvis. And Matt Cordes. 3rd down and 4 for the Locomotives. The ball resides on their own 21-yard line. Play action pass. Caught by Kenny and Treakin. Guarded by Atkinson and Zider. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Locomotives on the Locomotive 35-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Locomotives. Ball handed off to Richmond, who finds a seam and is brought down at midfield by Kenzie Kern. and Andy Silvis. First down and 10 for the Locomotives. Adam Luke under center. A long count as he hands off to Kenny and Treakin, brought down by Kern and Vorwerk. Second down and 4 for the Locomotives on the Tiger 43-yard line. Luke on a quarterback keeper. Gets about 3.5 yards on the play. Tackled by Lance Kern. Third down and 2 for the Locos on the Tiger 41-yard line. Luke under center for a long count. Pitches out to Entrekin around the left-hand side. And he's brought down at about the 27-yard line. First down and 10 for the Locomotives. Richmond, the ball carrier for the Locos. Tackled by Perry. Gain of 6 on the play, bringing up second down and 4 for the Locomotives with 5:47 to play here in the third period. Luke with another long count, hands off to Entrekin, who is sacked for a loss by about 4 of the defensive linemen. Vorwick was the first one in there, according to the men up here in the press box.
Hands so fast, there were some sorted other ones, but we're not sure. A whole lot of black jerseys, gives credit for them.
It was on the Tiger 32-yard line. I formation. Luke back to pass, and it's incomplete with Jesse Smith and Derek Ziegler on the coverage for the Tigers. Intended for Steve Rao.
They actually thought he had it.
The fans over on the Locomotive side of the field thought he had it, but up here we can tell the difference. Fourth down and 10 for the Locomotives. Penalty flags down. Luke on a screen to Entrekin. Entrekin running down the opposite sideline. And we have all kinds of flags down. And there's a fight brewing over there on the other side. The Tigers will take over.
Derek Ziegler got that first hit, but he just didn't quite wrap up.
We've been told that Ziegler made the first hit and couldn't quite bring him down.
I think they think there's a little late hit on the side. Back and forth. All right, get this played over.
It was illegal procedure against the Locomotives. It'll be first down and 10 for the Tigers on their own 31-yard line. And we have whistles and flags down. And we're going to hand it over to Mike Hamlin.
Well, we'll see what I can do here, but again, my sports knowledge is somewhat limited. There's a flag on the play, illegal procedure called against Liberty Center. So that'll take a little 5-yard march backwards, making it somewhere around the first and 15 yards to go, sitting on Liberty Center's 26-yard line. With the score still 18-0 with 4:40 left in the game. Now back to the action. First and 15. That's a ways to go. Pitch out to Cordes. Cordes tripped up. Gain of maybe 4 yards. Tackle by Rue. Gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Making second. And about 11, 12 yards to go. So it's 2nd and 12. The ball's now on the Liberty Center 28-yard line. Still a long way to go, but the score is 18-0 for Liberty Center over Montpelier. Jurassic keeps it. White shirts all around him. Looks like a little loss on that one, maybe a yard. Making it 3rd and about 13. Let's take a moment and give credit to some of our cheerleaders. Miss Tiffany Schultz, Tiffany Bullock, Monica Badenhop, Nikki Slee, Jessica Connor, Sarah Zeider, Kim Wyrock, Sarah Whitman, Emily Hamlin, Emily Hall, and Catherine Cartledge. They're the ones that don't get much credit. They're down there in those sweaters right now, which is unbelievable for me because right now, folks, it's about 83 down there, humidity of 100 and some.
Trent Thomas was on the stop there for the Locomotives on that last play.
Trent Thomas and 2 or 3 other white shirts wrapped all around him. So now we're at 3rd down and about 12 yards ago, and Liberty Center's 28-yard line. Jurassic is back. Looks like a little screen, but a little sloppy to Smith. Smith does a little dance, a little more, and that's going to be about as far as he goes. Going to make it about 4 and a long 9, Dan.
Mike Smith was big for the Tigers last week, rushing for 140 yards, including a 70-yard touchdown run.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't he the one, too, that did another big run and got called all the way back?
Yeah, that was Sam Smith as well.
We call those heartbreakers. Okay, so I guess we're going to punt now with Jurassic's back to punt and 2 other guys from up here receiving, and I have no idea who they are. Sipin and Treakin. Ooh, falls a little short. Does a little wobble. Right around the 27-yard line for Montpelier, which make it, of course, 1st and 10. With the score still 18-0. Liberty Center over Montpelier with 2 minutes, 51 seconds remaining. In the 3rd quarter. I thought I said that. Liberty Center on the defensive end now. Ooh, that didn't do. A little bit of a loss on there. Going to make that about 2nd, and let's see where they'll place it. About 2nd 11. Dan?
Luke to Richmond on the pass there. Stopped by the defensive line.
A screen, Dan, that went bad, or what kind of a pass?
Yeah, that would be a middle screen, Mike.
A middle screen with a great big hole in it. The screen works well when it works, but when it doesn't go well. 2nd and 11 with 2:11 in the 3rd quarter. Oh, looks like a little confusion in the backfield. Another loss on the play.
Kern had him for a loss and couldn't keep a hold of him, but Bush helped him out and got him for a loss of a couple yards.
Is that Ziegler, I see, 78?
Yeah, Ziegler was also in the backfield and hurrying Luke to get out of that pocket in a hurry.
Well, now we're 3rd and 14. Montpelier calling a timeout. Hey, with the timeout, let's talk a little bit about cross country. Indeed, those guys that love to run mile after mile. Ryan Desgrange, Kurt Ernsberger, Jason Rake, Jeremy Langendorfer, Richie Etter, Todd Watchman, and Jim Winsman, and Cam Smith, led under the faithful direction and guidance of none other than Tom Galbraith. They've got some schedules coming up, too. Granted, cross country may not be the most exciting thing to watch. Maybe we can strap a camera on that Todd Watchman guy, and you could watch him in action. On Tuesday, September 10th, cross country is going to Swanton. And then again on Saturday, ooh, this is a biggie, the Perrysburg Invitational. All right, is in Perrysburg, of course. Where else would the Invitational be? On September 14th. And then cross country's next big hurdle will be there on the 17th of September with Wauseon, and that one's at, that's at Archbold with Wauseon. So be sure to take a moment and give a little thanks for the Liberty Center cross country team as well. Those poor guys run a lot and don't get a whole lot of recognition. Once again, this program is brought to you by the Liberty Center Athletic Boosters and that faithful Rick and Rhonda Miller family, proud parents of big number 60, Nick Miller, along with their other exciting children, Jesse and Brittany. Brought to you once again here on NCTV Channel 5, Napoleon Community Television. Okay, for those of you who get a little sick of me mentioning the Miller family, you got to understand how it works. You see, this Liberty Center Athletic Boosters are looking for sponsors. And if you help fund this program, we mention your name as well over and over again. Okay, we're 3rd and 15 on the 23. Montpelier's kind of hurting. They better do something soon. Way back to pass. It's a long shot to 83. Intercepted by, I believe that is number 2, Mr. Seth Atkinson, giving in Liberty Center the ball and turning this game once again in the right direction. Dan?
Yeah, that was a tip by Casey Moeller and Jesse Smith and allowed Seth Atkinson to make a big interception right here in the 3rd period.
Don't they do a lot of tipping drills where that's pretty much what they're supposed to do, Dan, is get that thing in the air?
Yeah, that's a big thing with the defensive backs is working on tipping the ball and catching it, and that shows practice makes perfect.
Oh, sitting now on the 47-yard line. That would not be the 53-yard line. For those of you that watched our last broadcast, we're learning slow but sure, making it 1st and 10 for Liberty Center with 1:28 left in the 3rd quarter. Pitch out to Cordes. No, he's not going to get very far. A little bit of a loss on the play. Looks like about 3 yards from here. Making it 2nd and, about 13. So here we are at 2nd and 13 with the ball about on the 40-yard line, 49-yard line. Smith taking a real nice hit, but he says no. He's going to keep going for another yard or so. Making it about 3rd and 6.
Yeah, about 3rd and 6. This Montpelier squad is really young. This is what we would call a rebuilding season for them. They only have 26 people on their roster, and not very many of them are returning lettermen.
But quite a bit of them are relatively large compared to the Liberty Center line, aren't they, Dan?
Yeah, their average size is about 6 foot, where the average size of Liberty Center guys are about 5'10", 5'11".
Cordes with the ball again. That's good for the 1st down. Putting the ball now at about the 32, 33-yard line.
The Locos finished 5-5 last year overall and 4-4 in the league, and they played fairly well last year, and they're giving it their best here tonight, but that might not be all they can have against the Tigers.
And for those of you that are old fans for not only Liberty Center, but you've also watched Napoleon and Montpelier, well, over there on the other side of the field is none other than the legendary Hip Klotz. Hip Klotz, as some of you recall, and the cameraman may try to track him down. He's over there somewhere. Hip was head football coach for a few years at Liberty Center. He was head football coach at Napoleon for a couple of years, well, and including a head football at Montpelier. And for those of you who know him, the man is certifiably insane, but we all love him anyway. Coach Hip Klotz. We're still looking for him, but we find there's the hipster right there. Hip Klotz has lost a little weight for those of you who remember him for a while, but he's still crazy after all these years. A legend in his own time, Coach Hip Klotz. Okay, we are 1st and 10 for the Liberty Center Tigers in the beginning of the last and, of course, 4th quarter. Ooh, a little bit of a gain on there, making it 2nd and 8 or so. Now, while we're in between plays here, Liberty Center cheerleaders would like to remind the Liberty Center community to get those sheets up. You know that little game where they decorate sheets for the Liberty Center Tigers for Deltas? for our homecoming game against Delta on the 20th of September. Also, if you're interested in buying those nifty LC flags that some of you see flying around, we have one ourselves. See a cheerleader about it. 2nd and 7. Smith does a little spin. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. Yeah, they're kind of nice flags. You can see a Liberty Center cheerleader. Also, the band boosters are selling those nifty stadium blankets. Even though you hear the price of $45, if you've seen them, they're definitely worth it. Dan, I see some umbrellas and some newspapers going up. Are we getting a little sprinkle out there?
Yeah, it's starting to rain a little bit down on the field level. And hopefully it doesn't. We don't have this game turn out to be a wash.
Okay, Smith again. I love the way that guy moves. He just might take it in. Yes, indeed. Number 33, Sam Smith, in for the TD, making it now Liberty Center 24, and Montpelier zip. Now, those of you watching once again, it's the extra point, but if you're an old Liberty Center fan, you never know quite exactly what it's going to be. Without a doubt, the most creative extra point conversion team I've ever seen.
Well, Coach Lingard picked us up a couple of years ago in the playoffs. We were playing a Fremont team, Fremont St. Joe, and they like to use this kind of a setup, but they usually kicked out of it, and we do all kinds of weird things out of it.
Well, this setup looks normal. Looks like your normal kick and everything. It's up. Looks good to me. Making the score now, Liberty Center 25. Montpelier still waiting to score with 10 minutes 33 left in the fourth quarter. Once again, this is NCTV Channel 5, Napoleon Community Television. If you're interested in doing some funding for NC Channel 5, what you got to do is contact Bob Shaddy. And then get after Bob Shaddy and say, hey, get somebody else to handle this funding thing, because Bob's got enough things to do, frankly. But this is the only phone number he gives me, is 533-2293. And you could be like the Rick and Rhonda Miller family, along with Jesse Brittany and big number 60, Nick, for helping sponsor NCTV, bringing you Liberty Center Tiger football here on NC5. And there's the Liberty Center cheerleaders, and another old tradition, the orange balloons floating around. Jurassics will be kicking. Once again, the score 25, Liberty Center. And a kicker up in the air this time. Making it about the 32-yard line. For those of you that can't quite get enough football, there's some tackle by Charlie Kruger, I've been told. Nice job, Charlie. Is that him, number 71 there? I like that number. All right, we're looking for some football now, too, if you're not getting enough. Well, see, that would be, there's some Saturday. By the time you hear this show, you've probably missed it. All right, 9th grade football Monday night on the 9th. That's at Paulding. That's a long way away. Let's see if we can find some football a little closer. Oh, here we go. 8th grade football is at Tenora on the 12th, and 7th grade is here with St. Augie Doggies on Thursday. There's the pass. Oh, all by himself, and a real nice tackle by Ryan Zeider again. All by himself there and stopped it. Dan?
Travis Richmond was the receiver there for the Locomotives. But as we know, the Tiger defense here, which is very stingy, hopefully what their goal is right now is to preserve as a second straight shutout.
Indeed, that'd ring up even more points, wouldn't it, Dan? Isn't that kind of the name of the game, is ring up as many points as possible?
Yes, but usually you don't want to run the score up too high because the visiting coaches or the opposing coaches don't like that too much.
Yeah, I got to see your point. That would be kind of 66 coming out of nowhere, but no, he didn't wrap on him. But he helped botch up the play. That was Paul Amstutz there. That man was hustling, and he wanted a piece of him, but couldn't quite hold on. But he still had a nice assist there and breaking it up. No, by
football as opposed to college is they have the computer poll, not just the Associated Press poll.
So we're 2nd and 10 now on the 48-yard line. Tackle by Kern. Be a 3rd down and 4 now. Ball on the 46-yard line. Once again, funding, but 3rd and 4 now. And Liberty Center's 46. Ooh, a fumble on the ball. Somebody at Liberty Center's moved along. We'll have to watch and see who gets credit for bringing that ball up. We're all waiting. Those of you that are watching this on videotape, you get to replay it and watch, but we have to watch it live. Andy Silvas gets credit for bringing that one up. There was an awful lot of black shirts around that. So that's going to make it 1st and 10 on the Montpelier 45-yard line. A little stroke of good luck there.
'66, Paul Amstutz tipped it over there, so because he could not keep a handle on it, so he tipped it over for Silvas to pick up. Now the offense will take over.
So Jurasic's now back in the QB position. Hands off to Cordes. Cordes takes a good hit to the chest, and makes it only about a yard. So we're 2nd and 8 with 8:34 remaining in the quarter. Those of you watching, trying to get the feel for the game, if you haven't been here to the game on Friday night, it is a muggy evening. Up here in the press box, it is also quite warm. A pitch out to Kenzie Kern. Kenzie Kern made a nice gain there, about 6 yards. Make it 3rd and 4.
Rushing's a big part of the game here, Mike. That's the system we like to use here at Liberty, more running than passing. Unfortunately, though, most of our scoring today has been in the passing department.
I was going to say they were doing passing.
We racked up over 200 yards rushing last week, however.
Compared to Tenora was pretty light.
Tenora had -4 rushing.
-4. Kenzie Kern, again the ball carrier, does a nice high stepping, makes it for the 1st down. Looks like from here about the 30-yard line. No, they're going to put it a little short. It's kind of funny how they do that. You know, just a little scooch this way and a little scooch that way. We're sitting on the Montpelier 30-yard line. Dan?
Mike, it appears to me that Coach Wingert is beginning to send some of his reserves in.
I'm going to say, we got a new quarterback there. And there's Seth Axton sweeping around the right side. He's going to stay up for a while and says it's going to take more than one guy to bring him down. He just might have that 1st down. Yes, and that is Ryan Zeider, the new QB out there. Going to give Jurasic just a little rest. Well-deserved, too. It's awfully warm, and they got to play another game next week.
At fullback right now we have Kenzie Kern. At the halfback, we have Seth Atkinson, and at wingback, Lance Kern.
Some new jerseys out there here and there. Pitch out to Atkinson. Now he's going to go around the left side. He thinks he's got it. Flag on the play. Makes a dive. Oh, now we got to wait and see. Atkinson's already celebrating, thinks he's in, but the yellow just may pull him back. Holding on the Tigers. Tough break. Afraid Seth's going to have to try to do that again. Dan?
Yeah, I've checked things out, and the Tigers have only 2 starters remaining in the game, that being Lance Kern, who is just now coming out, and Andy Silvis, who I think also came out. So there are no starters now on the field. These are all reserves.
And that's nice, too. Give them some playing time as well, because one of these days, these reserves, they're going to be the main team. So now we're saying on 1st and 12, on Liberty Center 22, Kenzie Kern's got it. Not much of a gain. Well, yeah, about 2 yards on that. Maybe 2nd and 9. You just never know where they're going to put the ball, Dan. You kind of watch them, say, well, I think it's there, but there. Ball's on the 22. That would be, of course, Montpelier's 22, making 2nd and 9 with 6:12 left in the game.
Zider under center for the Tigers. Quick
pitch out to Atkinson on the right side. Oh, he's sitting up and he's still trying to get up and move around, but there's too much Montpelier holding on to his legs, and it stops him right there. Joey Richmond on that first stop, that and some other Montpelier people. We're now 3rd and 7. The ball sitting on Montpelier's 17-yard line. And Zider once again on the quarterback position. He's going to keep this one, see what he can do on that left side. Got a lot of black jerseys out making a path for him. And our old pal Spike Whitman over there holding the sticks has given us the one-up, telling us that's the guy right there in the orange shorts. What a sweetie. Oh, he was holding up first down fingers, but apparently not. We have what looks like to be about a yard to go.
Richmond and Luke on the tackles for the Locos.
Now the pressure's on the second string now. See if they can put one in too.
Well, they had one in there, but it got called back, which is unfortunate.
So we're 4th and 1. Ball sitting on Montpelier's 10-yard line. Zider pitches to Kenzie Kern. Kenzie's going to try the right side. Slips a little bit. Makes it to the 5, which according to my math is a first down. Making it 1st and goal for the Tigers. Is there anybody out there in that line we can mention that's new out there, Dan?
Yeah, the hole there was opened by the tackle, Joel Meyer. And the guard, number 63, Brian Munns.
And Zider up now, 1st and goal for the Tigers. Pitch out to Atkinson. Atkinson says, I'm going to do it right this time. He does it. Carries a couple of Montpelier guys in for the ride, and a touchdown for number 2, Seth Atkinson. Making the score now Liberty Center 31. Montpelier yet to score. Okay, we'll go for the conversion now, or kicking. You never know with the Tigers what they're going to do. It looks like your standard kick.
Yeah, standard kick, Zeiter to hold, Drossix to kick, and it looks good. And the officials agree.
Right down the center, making the score 32 for Liberty Center. With 3 minutes, 58 seconds left in the fourth and final quarter. Once again, you're watching NCTV Channel 5, Napoleon Community Television, funded by the Liberty Center Athletic Boosters, or anybody else that'll send money. We got Liberty Center kicking off once more with the score at 32-zip over Montpelier. Drossix once again to kick. Who is that back there, Dan, receiving?
It looks to be number 22, Kenny Entrekin, and number 40 gets the ball. He must be new. We don't have his
He's
name
new.
down.
We're scrambling for paper here.
Mark Oliphant.
Now we missed the tackle. Who is? Nobody saw the tackle, so tackle was by a Liberty Center Tiger. Kruger, Charlie Kruger, number 71 in on that tackle. And that better be right, or you can send cards directly to me. To your 24-yard line. We got 3 minutes, 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We got a whole lot of white jerseys out there, too. And we're going to call a timeout. Second string Montpelier is a little confused, but they look young. They look considerably smaller, too, Dan, that second string group.
Yeah, they do, Mike. And one thing I just noticed is the defensive coordinator, Tim Spees, who usually spends most of the game in the press box, just came down and is now on the field.
By golly, that's right. Usually Coach Spees stays up there, and there he is. We'll have to interview him later. Now, what kind of strategy do you work on now? You're sitting on a score of 32-zip with 3:52 left in the game, Dan. What do they talk about?
Well, basically, they just want to use an offense where they use a lot of running plays now, mostly up the middle, so that way they can work on the clock and get a little bit of yardage. So that way they don't run the score up, but they want to not run the score up, but they want to run the clock down. And defensively, what you want to try and do is just keep them out of the end zone and make them use a lot of clock.
Keep the clock ticking. So we are 1st and 10 on the Montpelier 24-yard line with 3:52 left in the game. Oh, we do. We have a whole bunch of defensive lineup people, so we're going to scramble and try to get as many names for you as we possibly can. I see a Ryan Miller out there, number 24. Dan? Chris Baum. We're just kind of shouting them out, people. You have to understand we're along. And they're switching people as fast as we're finding their names. This isn't going to be too difficult.
Oh, one thing, Mike, that Ryan Miller is no relation to the Ryan Miller that graduated last year.
There's Ryan Miller A and Ryan Miller B. There's who is it? Eric Sleeves out there. Deepest apologies to you families back home. This is a whole new roster, and we're scrambling to try to give you who's who. I can almost hear the people at home screaming at us, Dan. Chad Hill.
Gill.
Oh, excuse me, to the Gill family. That's Chad Gill. See Tip Lady going in there. Number 51. Sattler. Lamstutz is going in there. Troy Davis.
And Luke Crozier coming out. And for anybody who cares, the Montpelier ball carrier was Harris.
That's for anybody that cares. Meanwhile, we hope we've named all the Liberty Center players that are out there now. If not, be kind to us. We're still rookies at this game. Maybe you at home there. Scott Sharp is now going out. Big number 54. Did I miss something here? What's that? That was a penalty.
We're not sure what the penalty was. We were getting names in here, and We didn't see what the penalty was.
Maybe it would be easier if we just read down the roster, but we're trying to name the people that are there. Those of you that are watching this program at NC5, you got the videotape. Pause it. Look at these numbers and look up where they are and yell their names out. You're there in your own home. We're 1st and 10 on the 43. Don't look good. Chris Van Gutten wrapped up on him and brought him down with a real nice sack.
Danny Sattler assisted Mr. Van Gunten on the tackle there.
Overmeyer in. This is fun. We're trying to name them, people. We really are. Oh, my goodness. Over there on the Montpelier side, they're getting smaller and smaller. Number 5 has got to be the smallest player I've seen in a long time, and that's Corey Luke, weighing in at 85 pounds. Good luck to you, Corey. A breakup in the backfield. Black shirts all over him. The one that we see outstanding is Mr. Brent Overmeyer.
Scott Sharp and Danny Sattler were also in on the play.
Amstutz also in on that play.
Well, just a whole bunch of Tigers in there, Mike.
I bet they're just having a ball, Dan. They finally get to play a while. We still got a minute 30 left. Brian Weshy. Brian Weshy is now in there. They're making so many substitutions, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to give playing time to everybody, and there's a Furco in there somewhere. I'm not sure of his number. Sure hope you folks are taping this. You can just watch it over and over. And there's an interception.
Chris Baum with the interception for the Tigers.
Chris Baum, number 58, interception by the Tigers. Somebody broke that up, but I didn't quite catch the number of who broke it up. Might have been Miller or Slee. I think it was 24. 24 looks a little excited. Ryan Miller, we think, broke that up. Oh, and he's sobbing. He could have had that, he said, but he should be proud of the fact he got that ball turned around. It's one thing to catch it, but it's just as nice to knock it into someone else's hands.
We got the offense going back on the field, but basically what we'll probably see is we'll see Mr. Zeiter take a knee twice and run out the clock.
A much safer way to end this game. That way nobody gets hurt and everybody stays fresh and ready to go for next week's game as we travel to Evergreen. And if you think the show was... We have some people giving the opinion they should have the reserves run this one in. Not necessarily to run up the score, but just to give them a taste of the goal line. Once again, we go on the road next week with Evergreen. He's still up. Number 11, Jesse Smith. Basically, most people would have given up and just taken the tackle, but not Jesse. He says, no, I'm going to get a little bit. And Mike McClure. Oh, excuse me. I thought that was number 11. Mike McClure, I'm being corrected. Okay, so I'll start over. That's Matt McClure. Mike McClure. Everybody's yelling at me. Mike McClure with that. Basically, it would have been a basic tackle, and he says, no, I'm going to go another yard or more. Tim Huff was in there. Now he's coming out. Once again, forgive us. They're substituting faster than we can recognize them. So what do we got? We got 2nd and 2. The ball in the Montpelier's 19-yard line. Oh, he's going to knee it down, and that's probably a smart thing to do and let that clock run out. So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps tonight's game with Liberty Center Tigers 32, Montpelier nothing. Well, once again, this has been NCTV Channel 5. Saying thanks a lot for putting up with our patience. Dan, anything?
No, not really. Just we'll see you over at Evergreen next week.
Evergreen's going to be a little difficult, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going on the road. We don't know if we're going to get any space. We don't know if we're going to be able to set up anywhere. We're just going to be the road crew. And so we'll just let the camera now pan the action.
Okay, we're here with former Liberty Center fullback, Keith Kern. Keith, your brother Kenzie played a little fullback tonight. How's things for you up here in the stands?
I enjoy watching the guys out there playing. It brings back a lot of good memories and all. And they're playing hard out there, and they work hard, so they deserve these victories.
It was a big win for these guys. Montpelier is a big hurdle, and unfortunately you didn't get the chance to beat them your senior year. And how do you feel about these guys being able to beat them this year?
Well, they're starting out the season 2-0, which is something I never had a chance to do while I was playing. So hopefully they can keep things rolling, and a lot of good things will happen for them.
Okay, thanks a lot, Keith.
Thank you.
He only wants a short one. We're down here with the linebackers coach, Scott Barrett. Coach Barrett, how do you feel about the linebacker play tonight?
Well, I think early on we played pretty well, but there was a lapse there in the third quarter where they were running some traps and effectively getting down on us, so I wasn't real happy there. But overall, those guys have improved. They took their knocks last year as sophomores, and that whole group has really come together this year.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach.
Okay.
We're here with head coach Rex Lindgren of Liberty Center Tigers, and they have just beat the Locomotives 32-0. This is the second straight win over Montpelier after losing 5 in a row. How do you feel about that, Coach?
Well, Dan, I don't think we lost 5 in a row. It was 3 in a row. But anytime we can beat Montpelier, Montpelier always plays us tough. They're always a hard-nosed ball club, and they're always up for us. It's the first time we've won at home since 1990. And, we're real proud of the kids. We had a great defensive effort, and our offensive team and line came off the ball real well, and we were happy to walk away with a win.
You started off real slow there in the first quarter, only scoring 1 touchdown. Then things came together. Can you tell us what you did differently, maybe?
Well, what hurt us was a penalty deep in our own, down inside what I think the 10-yard line. We did score, but it's called back from for a penalty, which we can't afford when we're trying to control the ball, and that hurt us. And basically, we just hurt ourselves. We felt in the first quarter and even in the first half, we had a couple opportunities that we just didn't take advantage of. On our extra points, we run that muddle huddle. Everything was open. We just kind of panicked a little bit, and we just got to take it a little bit easier, settle down, and play our brand of football.
Okay, next week you got Evergreen, and this year they're switching from their passing style, and they're going to use a lot more running. Do you think that's going to be a problem for us next week?
Well, Evergreen's basically in a rebuilding year, so it's going to be, it'll be a hard-fought game, but, they run a little more brand of what Swanton runs. Most of their coach's staff is from Swanton, so we're going to see similar what Swanton has done in the years past, and, I think we'll be ready for them.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach.
You bet, Dan.
Okay, we're here with defensive coordinator Tim Spees. Coach Spees, 2 games, 2 shutouts. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel very good about our run defense to this point. We gave up a little bit of yardage at the start of the third quarter. I think we came out a little flat. We had that 18-0 lead, and I think the kids were a little overconfident. They were able to bear down and tighten the screws a little bit. The linebackers made some very key plays for us, and we were able to get another stand.
Next week you got Evergreen. They're switching from the pass over to the run. Do you think that's going to hurt our defense, being used to Evergreen's pass?
No, it'll be nice to have a team test us on the run part. Last week Tenora only had actually 12 rushes. Tonight Montpelier started running the ball early, then they went to the pass about middle of the second quarter. So it'll be nice to see a team that's predominantly run to, kind of have us tested before we get into the meat of our schedule.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach.
Well, thank you, Dan.
Okay, we're here with cheerleading advisor Julie Shaddy. Julie, your cheerleaders took second place at the Henry County Fair. How do you feel about that effort there?
I thought that they did a really good job. They worked really hard. This was our second year for this squad being together. We still only have 3 seniors and 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, so we're kind of young yet. But I thought they did a good job.
Yeah, they looked really good out on the field. Do you agree?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here with Matt Cordes, who played some fullback for the Tigers tonight, switching on and off with Kenzie Kern. Yeah, a lot of nice rushes tonight. And how do you feel about the offensive effort?
I thought it was a good job, and the linemen did their job blocking, and we just hit the holes. And we're like a machine now, and we're just going to keep on rolling.
Okay, you have a tough Evergreen squad next week, and usually they're a passing team, and they've switched over to the run. Do you think that should give our defense any problems?
No, we've been playing great against the run. Our linebackers and defensive line been shutting it down. Then our defensive backs just been keeping the pass down too. So I think we should do all right.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thanks.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Okay, we're here with Kenzie Kern, who played linebacker for us tonight, and Andy Silvas, who played tight end and linebacker. Defensively, you guys got your second shutout. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel really good that our line was playing good, our DBs are playing real good, and I thank Coach Barrett for getting us ready for this game. Did a nice job so that we knew where we were at. And just like to thank Jesus Christ for just keeping our team safe, and just hope we just keep winning.
Andy?
Like he said, we're rolling.
Offensively, you scored the third touchdown in the game on a pass, pretty much like the one you had last week. Had to be just as exciting for you.
Yeah, it was. I started going down there and heard the crowd roaring, and I caught it, and it was a touchdown.
You guys got Evergreen next week. Do you think the offense is going to have any problem with their style of defense?
Coach Speaks will prepare us. We'll know how to block it.
Yeah. We just hope we'll be ready for them. We should be. Our coaches are good coaches. We'll be ready for them.
Okay, good luck next week.
I thank you.
Okay, we're here inside the Liberty Center locker room with defensive end Derek Ziegler and guard Chad Beeman. Derek, you made a lot of big plays out there tonight, and I think you even caused a fumble. Defensively, you guys had a shutout. So how are you guys feeling going into next week?
Well, I think we'll be ready for them. We just got to play hard, get tough, and play some great D. That's about all. Get tough.
Chad Beeman, offensive guard. We had a lot of touchdown passes tonight, and the passes were able to be completed because of the guard play. So how do you feel about the offensive effort as a whole?
I think we did a good job. We had a good week of practice this week, and we all worked our hardest, and we're dedicated to our goals this week, and I think we did our best, and it showed tonight.
You have Evergreen next week. Are you going to be ready?
Yeah, we'll have a good week of practice, hopefully, and we'll be ready for them.
Okay, thanks a lot, fellas. We're here with senior center Charlie Kruger. Charlie, your main responsibility is to get the ball into the quarterback's hands. Is that a tough job?
Sometimes it's a little tough. When the ball gets wet, my hand slips off the ball a little bit, and I try to get up there as best I can.
There was no mishandles tonight. You guys going to be ready for next week over at Evergreen?
Yeah, I hope so. We expect them to play us pretty tough. I hope we can play pretty tough against them.
Okay, good luck next week.
Thanks.
We can see that replay of that rumble beat again in slow motion.